Runaway Robot.
Chapter 2 Trollskull Alley. Welcome back, everyone, to Waterdeep Dragon Heist, presented by DieFall. I'm going to have to alter Mike's camera one more time. Oh, there he goes. Even better, because now he's on his laptop. So we've got the better microphone now available, and it looks like the internet is holding up as well as it can right now, so perfect.
It's trying.
Welcome back, everyone. So, yeah, we find ourselves with the ham-fisted ham-hand man, Ham, has exited your establishment. Is there, what else would you like to do today? There doesn't seem to be any other knocking on your door at the present time, so,
Let's go buy some clothes.
Shopping! All right.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question, Mr. DM.
Absolutely.
In my line of work, I am required sometimes to wear costumes.
Sure.
And I might know perhaps a good alternative to super expensive clothing.
A costume shop is what you're looking for, is that correct?
Maybe, yeah?
So you're not looking for, like, fine clothing. You're looking for something that's passable if no one looks close enough.
Either that, or would I know of the most ideal place to go for attire like this that I could afford?
That you could afford?
Yeah.
Pietrons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go there.
New hat!
Yeah. Yeah, you know Pietrons. The South Ward is a pretty nice part of town. But it is also reasonably priced. I mean, it is a large city. And you could probably find something there that would work for you guys.
Okay, yes. Definitely leading my friends that way.
Okay. Yeah, so Pietrons, for those of you guys, actually, I'll pull it up on the map on this side because I haven't marked this yet. Didn't know we were going to go here today. So it is down in the South Ward, off the high road, and on Slop Street, which is an interesting name for a road if I've ever heard one. Let me see if this is right here. So Slop Street, high road. Wait, is this? Okay. So it is down... Wow, Slop Street is like a really long road. Okay. It's up here. I'm going to ping it for you guys so you can see it. And then I'm going to mark it real quick on our side so everyone can see it. Map. Give me that. Give me this. Give me that. And it is... I get it right. Gotta get it right. I think it's right in... It's in this area here. You guys can see that?
No,
are you guys
I don't
also
have a
on the
map.
splash screen?
I don't have a map.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pff, that's on me. There you go. Moving over.
Yes, this appears to be a map.
This is yes. Let me pull out my map. Yeah. So down in the Southern Ward here, and Chad, I'll make sure you guys can see this as well. We can get a little look-see at where this place is.
I did spell that wrong too, even though he literally spelled it out.
All right. Yeah. Pietrons is down here, in the Southern Ward, off Slop Street. Yep. So you guys can make your way down there. It is, you know, you're still kind of in the morning here. which is fine, and you make your way towards Pietron's. You arrive after probably, I mean, through the streets here. I mean, it was probably a pretty good, almost an hour walk to get all the way here. But yeah, you find yourself there, and you find yourself in front of Pietron's Clothing, and it just has like a nice wooden carved sign with like a shirt with a sewing needle going through it, and it seems well-to-do. From the front, you see some things on display, like a hat that has a large feather going through it. You see some like nice, like a fine vest. You see some leather pieces. You see some fine like jackets with lace and ruffles and frills all up in the front windows. Yeah.
I stride in.
Malia? Yeah.
Yeah. With all
After
confidence,
you.
Yeah.
with all confidence, you stride in. So you're not wearing your customary hat, but you do see Pietron standing behind his forward desk there, and he seems to be darning something or sewing something together. He has a black goatee with a thin curled mustache and a thin, like, kind of soul patch looking thing, black here. And long, curly black hair that rests on his shoulders. He's wearing fine clothing. He has lace ruffles at his cuffs and up at his like a cravat-looking thing up at the top. And he's wearing some a fine purple vest over this shirt. And he sees you as you walk in, and he goes, "Malia, darling, welcome back. I see your hat has been misplaced on someone else's head." And he kind of...
Oh,
thinking he's told such a great joke.
Molly's like, ho, ho, ho. And then she's like, "Oh yes, I have converted another one of the city people."
Yes. Oh, good. I'm glad you've brought them by. Other fine clothing that you would like to purchase today? Try on, take a look at. The finest of the new spring line is coming in.
Molly will turn to her friends and be like, "Welcome to the best clothier in all of Waterdeep."
Malia, darling. Yes, we are the finest in Waterdeep. Thank you.
Go on, have a look. I shall have a little chit chat with my friend Pietron here.
Sure, yeah. So what do you guys look for while you're there? I'd like to know, like, what are your characters looking for when they think of fine clothing?
Something
right? Because
black.
they need fine clothing. Yeah, I mean, Mina, you find an entire section of just black clothing. Everything seems to be chromatically organized rather than by, like, style. It's all, like, you basically have a full rainbow of colors as they go across, except for, like, the standing pieces in the middle. But yeah, there's a whole rack of clothing that it is on the side that's all black. And as you guys go walk around to find out what you need or what you would like, Pietron, if there's anything that you need adjusted, I can have one of my girls do for you, and we'll take you out in the back, and we'll get it done in no time.
Very well.
So,
Mina probably doesn't want anything frilly or fancy, and more like simple cuts. Nothing like super sparkly.
Sure. Does she
or
look
anything.
for like a dress or like still with pants or like a vest or like what does she look for?
What would she look for? She'd probably look for something she could move in. So probably like pants and like a vest or like a suit jacket.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and there's plenty of those things there. There's like fine black pants with a fine black coat, maybe like a crushed velvet or something like that with coat tails on it. And there's black shirts there with frills and a little bit of ruffling. And there's like fine black boots as well. But like all of those are there for you to peruse and pick what you would like, and of varying different styles. Some with lace, some without lace, some embroidered, some not. You basically have your pick of the litter there for whatever you would like. Varys, what do you go look for?
I was thinking Varys would look for something like, in Dumb and Dumber, the like bright orange suit with the orange top hat and everything.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't seem to have an orange, but there is yellow. A very bright, very spring kind of yellow. It's that early yellow, that pastel yellow, but it is
nice.
bright. It is bright.
Straight
And
out of
there's
the 70s.
yeah, there's varying different types of clothing there: dresses, pants, coats, shirts, all of them in this yellow hue, hats even.
Yeah, he wants like a suit in that yellow with like the crushed kind of shirt, like the puffy shirt.
Yeah. Do you want it in yellow as well, or are you gonna try to change it up?
No, that one's white, and then
Okay.
like a yellow top hat type.
Absolutely. Yeah, the shirt you have is like the Seinfeld
Yes,
Seinfeld
exactly.
frilly shirt. It's absolutely that. And you have like a nice suit coat over it, and it again has the little coat tails off the back. It is like a three-piece button up in the front. It looks like it may need to be a little bit taken in for you. You're a very thin elf boy, but yeah, it's definitely you can do those things. Cool.
I think he wants it to be a little bit bigger because he doesn't trust to have to take off his armor, so he wants something that's going to fit over.
Okay, so he wants his armor underneath it. So you have these things on you, and do you want to like go try them on while you're wearing all of your armor and stuff and see if it'll all fit?
Yeah. He'll like go and
Pietro like kind of sees you like looking around and he goes,
cram it all on.
changing rooms are in the back. Just go tag one of my girls. I know they're working right now, but they'll set you up just right. And you go to the back room, and there's a couple of women back there. They all seem to be wearing like they have all their hair done up, like tied backwards. And they're either all working like varying sewing machines or pinning things, or some of them are working things on mannequins and like doing pins and taking measurements and things of that nature. You see a large like stand-up mirror with the three sides on it and a like a little walk up to it. It's a very, very nice shop, and they seem to do all of the work here in house. But they see you come back there, and a blonde woman with these green eyes turns and looks and goes, "Oh, yes. You can go try on over there, and if you need anything, just yell out for Astrid, and I'll be there in a jiffy."
Okay.
And she like gestures over to a small room that you can go into.
He'll go in the room there, and without taking like anything unnecessary off, like he'll put his backpack down. I'm assuming he has that on him.
Yeah,
And
you guys
then-
brought it with you.
Yeah, and then he
Makes sense.
just starts trying to pull the puffy shirt on over whatever he's already wearing.
Yeah. You do. You pick something purposely larger. You look really, like, after you get it all on, you look really bulky. You look really thick. But it does all seem to be under there. Your movement's a little hampered, like, up in the shoulder area. You're not sure you'd be able to get, like, a full bow draw, but you might be able to wield a knife or a small sword or something like that.
That's perfect then. And he thinks he looks just awesome in it.
Yeah, you step out and you step up onto the little dais there with the mirrors around, and you take a look at yourself, and Astrid comes up to you and says, "Oh, did you want to wear all of that under the..."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it looks fantastic on you. I could do the cuffs a little bit if you'd like. They seem to be hampering your hands a bit.
Yeah, he'll like stick his arm out to her.
Yeah, so she like folds them in and like marks it with like a little piece of chalk and then pins it at that location. He goes, "It won't take too long if you're purchasing today, but I will need to know that you've bought before I can alter." And she like helps you undo the jacket and stuff, and you can go take off the rest of it.
Okay, yeah.
Excellent. Cry, what do you go look for?
She don't know. She I think she just kind of literally like grab random things that might look cool. She doesn't know. She feels very lost without Malia right now. So it's very much like a blind, just like, oh, it looks like everyone's grabbing something, so I'm just gonna grab something here.
Sure, yeah. You grab what seems to be a bluish, like a dark bluish, like almost blackish leather jacket. And off the like a purple side, you grab something and it's, well, it's a dress. So you grab a dress, and it seems to be velvet. You're not sure if this is going to fit you at all. I'm not even sure you know how things fit, but you have it in your hands now. And you go, and I don't know what else you do with them, but you have these two things currently in your hand. You like grabbed one from over here and one from over here, and you're just holding them.
She's gonna look around for Malia. What's Malia doing right now?
Oh, Malia, what are you doing? You're talking to your friend here, Pietra?
Yes, I'm leaning up against the counter, and I am talking about. Oh, what's the in color now?
He leans in and he says, "Well,
Give me the tea."
then I think, and I'm doing my best to influence everyone in Waterdeep in this direction, I think it's going to be a nice sky blue. Once the fog finally lifts and spring is finally in session, I think matching the sky was going to be so in this year. It will be great. All of the lords and ladies of Waterdeep will be wearing blue.
That is brilliant. Oh,
It is. And I've also got these, and he like reaches under and he pulls out a box, like a nice mahogany box, and he opens it up, and inside are these large, like almost 1.5 foot long blue feathers. These will adorn every hat this spring. I don't want to say how much I spent on them. It was way more than I ever should have, but look at them and look how they shine. And he like holds it out under the lamp that's like in the room, and you see it like shines through, and it's all shades of blue as it runs through the entire length of the feather.
Molly is like, oh, come here. And she's like leaning in real close. She's like, I have something to tell you. Guess where I have been invited to go.
Oh, do tell.
The Light Singer Theater.
Indeed. I hear they have quite the show going on right now. It's something, it's sung in giant, I think. The Fall of Tiamat, that's right. I had one of my other customers that comes by, clearly one not so pretty as you, came by earlier and was looking for a new hat to take to the theater this evening to go watch the Fall of Tiamat. I hear that it is quite the show.
We were invited specifically by Mert.
No.
Yes.
The best Lord Mert? Oh, that old dog is still rolling around in this town. Oh, I haven't seen him in an age.
Yes. We were personally invited by him.
Did you know I sold him that coat with the poofy arms that he always wears?
Of course! I could identify it a mile away.
You should tell him when you see him tonight, tell him to come by my place again. He's clearly out of style now.
Oh, yes. Imagine him wearing one of these feathers.
Can you? He has such a nice hat, and that mustache and beard, it would be so complimentary.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yes.
Why don't I wear one of those tonight, so he may see it in the flesh?
Well, you have nothing to wear it in.
Well,
one moment.
certainly.
Malia, one moment.
Okay.
And he like disappears into the back, and those of you guys that are like trying things on, he goes into the back and he goes and like rummages around into some back closet somewhere. And he eventually comes out, and what he is holding is like the widest brimmed hat that anyone has ever seen. And it's like, it is a light purple in color, but it seems sturdy enough. And he comes out and he goes, I know that your adventures take you on so many different places, so I tried to pick out something that's a little bit more hardy, but would do well in any form of formal setting. Now, please, try this on. Try this on.
She's like, oh, can I touch it? And then she's like,
yeah, and it places it on your head. And it has like the one side up, and it's a wide brim all the way around. And he affixes the blue feather into the opposing side from where the hat is pinned up. And it fits perfectly. It is like it was made for you.
Oh my god.
Molly looks in the mirror and she's like, oh, I've fallen in love with myself all over again.
He looks, he goes, I believe I have as well, darling. Please, give me a round. Go around. Spin. Oh, and the light catching that feather. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, fantastic. I love it.
Oh, let me hear the words. And she's like waiting for him to say like, oh, where did you get that?
Now, He like turns around and then he comes back and says, "Where did you find that magnificent hat and that feather?"
Pietrons.
Pietrons, and he like in a bout of giggles, and he's just like falling all over himself next to you.
Malia's just laughing. She's having such a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's like what you've been up to. Cry, did you go try on some things?
Yeah, she didn't want to interrupt that.
Yeah.
So, she's gonna follow what everyone else is doing and go in and change into that.
You try it on.
How does it fit?
The jacket is a little large for you. It definitely seems that you pulled from two different sides of the store. One is like this is a leather jacket that's not necessarily formal. It's more utilitarian, but still fine in make. But it was definitely pulled from like the large men's section of all of these clothes. So like it like goes over your hands, and like the sleeves are like much longer than your actual arms. And it like drapes really heavily on you. But the dress itself underneath, it seems to fit really well. You're like almost paper thin form, as like stretched out as it is. You don't know this, but when you walk out and you kind of like have the jacket on and you go take a look at yourself in the mirror, and all of the girls look up at you and they see you there, and then Astrid walks over and goes, "Miss, may I?" And she like removes the jacket from you. And we get this nice thing of like somewhat form-fitting but a little bit flowy of this like sheer not sheer, like a sheen of purple that like it resembles the purple portions of what are those called? Peacock feathers, like up in the eye location. So it has like a purple green as it goes all the way down, and it seems to fit you rather well. It trails a little bit, and it looks like you might trip, especially in your boots. It looks like you need to get that taken in just a little, but you have no idea. But everyone, we hear like a collective like, and Astrid's like, "My, that looks wonderful on you." And she's like, taking some measurements and like looking at where it needs to be pulled in or like let out at all, and yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, Cry's just staring at herself. She doesn't quite know what to do or how to feel because it's weird, but she's just gonna let Astrid do her thing because she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. And Astrid, she's like, one moment, and she like goes off into the store and comes back, and she brings back like a white shawl and like drapes it over your shoulder. And she's like, "It gets chilly this time of year," and she's like, and she like gets you like there's like a little clasp that goes on it, and it looks like a little purple peacock feather that goes across, and yeah, it is quite the ensemble.
Oh my god.
She does look down and looks at your boots and goes, "Did you want some shoes to go with this?"
Cry kind of shrugs, like, oh gosh, she doesn't know.
And she like, Astrid smiles and she's, "I have just the thing." And she goes and she like gets you these like little like peep toe purple heels and just like gives them to you. And she's like, "I don't know if you've ever had any of these." And she like looks around and she's, "Seem like you're not used to this, but try these on and see how they fare. I have something else if the cobblestones give you some trouble."
How tall are the heels?
Oh, it's short.
Like
They're a little
heel?
bit chunky. Yeah, she knows it because she's like, there's no way she's ever been in any of this. Like, you're in awe and you have no idea what you
stilettos,
grabbed.
baby. Okay.
Yeah, maybe like 6 episodes from now, if Cry really likes heels, we'll give her some. But as of right now, I think she's a little bit too new to this.
She's gonna like slowly kind of shuffle walk then over to Malia.
Yeah, Malia, you as you're like giggling with Pietra, you see Cry walk out in a magnificent purple dress with a white shawl and a peacock feather pin and these little heels, and she's like kind of holding the dress up a little bit so she can shuffle out to you.
Malia like wipes a tear. She's like,
Pietra like sees you and then he turns and says, "Oh my, you look magnificent, darling."
Cry doesn't have enough life in her to blush, I bet, but she would probably blush if she could.
Cry, you feel warmer than you felt in a very long time.
It's true, I do. Oh my god, my face hurts from smiling so much.
Cry,
This is so cute.
did you pick that dress? Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're stunning.
Oh my god. Oh, she's getting all bashful now.
Your beauty is like a dagger to the heart.
Love it.
I can't even. Oh,
Oh. Her hair is probably still like, not like ratty, but all poofy and like wild again. She's just like, oh.
It's an interesting little thing. But yeah, you've all kind of picked out your things. I think we come to the point where Pietro's like, well, would you be purchasing any of this today, or are you just here to try on?
oh yes, of course.
Well, what pieces would you like?
God, how much gold do I have?
Yeah, right.
Oh, awkward. Oh god. What are you starting with?
So Mina's just gonna go up with, she's taking her clothes off at this point, and she's in her regular clothes. She's like, how much is this? And it's like a little, like, cropped jacket, so it's like a half jacket, and then a shirt with, like, a lace collar,
Yeah.
and then just, like, black pants. And she did find some boots she really liked, so.
Yeah, some, like, nice boots, some fine boots.
Yeah.
He looks at it and goes, okay, yes, that's this piece, this piece. Do you need any alterations?
They seem to fit all right, but...
Excellent. That always brings the price down. I think that will cost you roughly about 10 gold pieces for the whole set.
Rough. Oh, geez, that's such a good deal already, but, you know, I know Malia told you about this, that we're going to go speak to Mert, and we'd love to give him some more designs to pick from your collection. Is there any way we could work out a deal?
He, like, looks over to Malia. Fine. The friends and family discount it is. It'll be 7 gold pieces.
Oh, you are the best. You know,
I am the best, and thank you.
You know, I saw you looking at those very beautiful feathers you have. If we ever come
Indeed.
across some fancy feathers on our travels, we'll be sure to bring them by to you.
He, like, looks at you for a second. If you ever find a rock, maybe who's shed a feather or two, bring one of those back to me. I would love to have one of those in the store.
Oh, of course. We will keep an eye out for you.
And he goes, oh, and maybe if you can get the feather of one of the griffin riders, preferably someone who higher than a captain, one of those. I like the green they have in them.
Does Mina know what that is? What
There
Griffin
are-
Rider is?
Yeah, there is an entire force of griffin riders in Waterdeep.
Oh.
And you guys passed essentially the stable of griffin riders on your way up Waterdeep Mountain.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's called the Peak Top Airy. That's where they all stay.
Cool. Oh, perfect. We will keep an eye out for that as well, for a little wink.
And he smiles and he goes, thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Definitely should. All right, who's next?
Yeah, I guess Varys will go up with the pile of like now it's all just in the yellow wad.
It is a massive yellow and a white shirt.
Yes, and the
yeah.
hat on top, and just like plops it on the counter.
And he looks at it and goes, oh my. Well, it seems that you really like yellow. Okay, that's this piece, this piece. Do you need any alterations as well?
Yeah, because he needs the cuffs done. So yeah, he'll nod.
He points out the cuffs, and Asher goes, yeah, Pietra, he will need the cuffs done if you don't mind. A silver piece will be fine for it, and we'll have it delivered. And Pietra goes, okay, a silver piece for this one, and the rest of this, I believe the total comes out to... It's about 11 gold pieces with the hat added on.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's with the discount.
I don't know, do you ask him?
Yeah, it's like, we're with her, and he points to Malia.
Oh, I know. That hat is actually a very fine piece. I don't believe I could take any more off of it.
And he has enough, but he doesn't want to just throw away money, so maybe he'll just,
Ferris, a
he'll take the hat
makes
off and
a
just...
man.
The hat makes the man. It's like, he's totally ready to get rid of the hat, but I guess if Malia says that to him, then he just kind of sighs and pulls out the 11 gold out of his pocket. It's probably got some gunk on it from food that's also been in the pocket, but yeah, just kind of puts it on the counter.
Yeah, he takes it and goes, thank you, and enjoy. We'll have your coat delivered to you before this evening.
And yeah, he'll again, what's her name?
Astrid?
Astrid, yeah, he'll give her the coat and then like stuff the rest of it into a
She gives
into
you a
his
little head
backpack.
nod. A little head nod, and she goes, we'll have it over.
Thank you.
Then Malia will kind of gesture, cry, to come up.
She walks over.
Cry, are you back in your normal clothes now?
Yeah.
Okay. And you place the clothes on the thing. And he looks up and he goes, well, you do need some alterations for the dress, otherwise you're going to be tripping all night. Let's see. Looks over at Malia. I think the total here probably comes around to 9 gold pieces with the alterations all told, and again, we'll have it delivered this evening.
I've got 3 gold.
No, you should
How?
have
You should have way more.
Do I? Did I not
'Cause-
enter it in?
Because
Yeah.
we got
You should have
25.
Yeah,
That's right.
we've like split up everything evenly. So yeah, you should
Yeah,
have
okay. I
at least
most definitely-
45.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
most definitely have that then. That's right. I forgot to enter that in. It's in my notes. I'm a fool.
Malia will help you count.
Counting is hard. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, how much was it?
9.
Okay, yeah. Make it happen. We're here for it.
Yeah, you put it on and he goes, thank you. And again, we'll have it over this evening prior to your engagement. Now, Malia,
Yes,
let
my
us
dear.
talk for a moment. And he kind of like brings you in conspiratorially. And now, that hat is fantastic, but I can't let it go for free.
Of course, my dear.
Now, the price of the hat itself is, well, it's right around 5 gold. But I think I'll let you keep the feather.
Pietro! Oh, you are
But-
a gift of the gods!
You best tell everyone where you got it from if they ask.
Have I ever let you down before?
And he gives you the biggest smile. He goes, no, never.
Pietro's.
There you go. I didn't know if you wanted to pick up any other clothing. You kind of been doing the thing. You would have already had some with your line of work. So
Yeah.
it's not like out of the ordinary for you to have like a set for like a dress or even more functional like a coat and some pants or something like that as well.
I have 1 gold left. I think I'll pass.
Sure. And that's, yeah. Anything else you'd like to do in Pietros? You all now have a set of fine clothing if you haven't already put it in your...
Oh, yeah. Put in the thing.
Perfect.
Now we fancy.
Where? Oh, would you like to visit the Blobs as we are in the area?
God damn it.
Yay!
Definitely now.
How
Hey,
did
maybe
you
we
not
should stop by
expect
Floon's
this?
place.
Ooh,
You don't know where
Floon.
Floon is.
We need
You
to
don't know where he
find
is.
Floon.
You don't know. You don't know.
I'll shout until he appears. I'll do it.
Yeah, so you have all your clothes and stuff. You leave Pietro's place. It's definitely midday now. The fog is somewhat cleared. There's like a little bit of sunshine coming through. And the city itself is definitely awake and bustling.
Nice.
All right, shall we go to Zoblobs?
Yes.
Yes.
You go to Zoblobs. It's actually right across the street from here.
Uh-huh.
It's very close. You pass, you go down Fillet Lane, past the Skewered Dragon, and up to Zoblob's shop. You see this, like, the purple smoke coming out of the purple building with the purple stuffed beholder in the window there.
Creepy older. But I still.
Malia bursts in. Hello.
Yeah, clomp straight into the place. Their heels clacking against the thing, and you kind of startle the deep gnome as you come in. He goes, and you see he was like painting the eyes onto his face, and he goes,
hello, welcome. Come in. What may I do for you, friends? It's been quite some time. Hello.
Hello. Yes, we were in the neighborhood and we dropped by and see if you've procured any new purple items.
Oh, take a look around, and if anything catches your eye, there's always new knickknacks in and out of the shop.
Are there walking sticks in here?
there are definitely purple walking sticks in here.
All right. Varys sees them, and he's gonna pick one up and look at it and start swinging it around like Charlie Chaplin's cane, and thinks that it's gonna go perfect with his yellow suit and wants to buy it.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like, there's definitely different types. There's like large gnarled walking staffs, like very wizard-esque, and then there's definitely the shorter, smaller, finer canes, all of them in purple. Some better made than others, but you pick up one that seems finely made. Definitely, we're going with the Charlie Chaplin look here. It is purple, and it is topped with a purple metal knob at the very top, and it looks very dashing.
Yes, he's just gonna pick one of those up and start swinging it around, and then go over to the counter and just plop it down.
And he goes, would you like to purchase this one?
Yes, please.
That'll be, I think 1 silver piece shall cover the cost.
All right. I've got 33 gold, so I don't know how to break that down, but
So 10 silver is 1 gold.
10 silver is 1 gold. Okay,
So you'll have 9 silver and 32 gold.
All right. Got it. Then I will pay for that.
Yep. And he takes it and
Thank you, and yes, enjoy your new purple cane.
And then he keeps like walking around the store, just whipping it around. And
do be careful, young elf boy. Do be careful. Some fine objects in here. Please.
He doesn't listen. He's happy with his new purchase. He thinks he's gonna just look so good tonight.
Oh dear. His pimp cane.
Exactly.
Is there anything new?
I mean, sure. I mean,
Tell us what's here.
let me
Right?
roll a
No.
random table. Jeez, you guys, not ready for this.
You should always be ready for this.
Always
Stop.
be ready for
Stop.
Zoblob.
Oh my god. Not even fair. Alright, hang on. I had to get a whole thing up now.
Even if you're prepping for a thing for us to like go into the Underdark or something, just prep some stuff for
Zoblobs.
Zoblobs, because we're gonna stop there.
Let's see.
It's either this or role playing with rats.
True.
More dead rats.
Role playing with rats. Gosh, I guess I should have. Yeah, well. Here we go. Yeah, so there's the staffs. There's a bunch of new ones. There seems to be a couple of like purple potions floating around. There are. There's a ring with 3 keys and an iron tag on it, engraved with the sun. A brass purple oil lamp, and has advice on it about making wishes. There's a purple, used to be bronze, but purple candlestick, engraved with, it's like a interestingly weird symbol. There's a purple crystal orb filled with purple liquid. There's a purple key, and it seems to be made of bone. A purple bottle trapped in the coils of a purple serpent. A purple pyramid engraved with purple geometric patterns. A purple oil lamp. It smells like it was filled with myrrh, maybe? A purple dragon's fang from a purple leather cord. And a purple plaque bearing the image of a purple crown beneath 4 purple diamonds.
much purple. Okay, can Cry take a look at the dragon fang? She has to look at it.
Yeah, it is a large, maybe foot-long fang. It is serious. Has a it's not necessarily like super sharp at the end. It does seem to have been either dulled or something of this size wouldn't need it to be super sharp to pierce through something.
Right.
And it is purple.
Ooh. She's gonna put it back. She doesn't need that. Yeah, nothing's really catching her attention like the bird did. No new knickknacks for Cry. She's unimpressed with Zoblob's
Wow!
what she's got today.
Unimpressed with Zoblob's random assortment of purple goods?
Just kind of like, it's not doing it for me. She misses her bird though.
She wants to go back to the bird.
Yeah, she wants her bird.
Boyd. I like my Boyd.
Oh God, no!
I like my bird.
You're good Boyd.
I like my bird.
I had to deal with that in Minecraft.
I was gonna say, is this for
Non-stop.
Minecraft?
I can do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I like do it.
And you
I
do
like
it.
it. I need do it. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, anything else you guys would like to do with Zoblobs, please?
Molly is leaning up against the counter. She's like, "Oh, has the issues with the sewer people and the crimes in the street, have they receded in the past few days?"
No, actually, it's probably gotten worse down here in the Docks District. There's been assassinations, it seems, murders in the streets of various different guilds. No one's seen the perpetrator. That's been interesting. Been keeping people out of my shop during the night hour, so I close up early, which, to be fair, is nice, and I get to have some purple tea a little earlier in the evening.
Oh no, murder?
Well, it is the Docks District. Murder comes with the territory. The city guard are on it, and I'm sure they'll figure it out at some point.
Oh. Okay. I can't think of any other questions. Alright, I think Molly is done with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Are there any, like, this is gonna use your imagining, are there any cool, like, purple things we could hang in the inn?
Purple things you can hang in the inn. I mean, there's a dragon fang. That's pretty neat.
But we have a giant key, so...
There's the purple beholder.
Sure, but I mean, you don't have anything over the mantle yet.
True.
Yeah, there's the purple beholder, I guess.
I don't think we want that. Do you remember
Sure.
him talking to it?
Well, sort of. You relay the
there's-
message.
Through Molly's words.
There's the purple plaque with the crown and 4 diamonds. Let's see if there's anything else here that we can do.
Oh, is there anything ghostly looking?
Yeah, something that looks like it would be related to a ghost or haunted
To a
or
ghost?
something.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's see.
Let's find out.
A 1, a 2. Let's see. Something that's ghostly.
Or maybe something that, like, works on its own but acts like it's haunted. You just, like, have it in the tavern so it seems like a haunted item.
Maybe think like Halloween decoration.
Oh. Are there any, like, purple skulls? Or
Oh, yeah. No. There are definitely purple skulls, if that's all you're looking for. I was trying to look for something a little bit more unique, but no, there are an assortment of purple skulls of varying different beasts, humans, other races. They are all on one shelf.
Is there a
You've got
troll
10 different
skull?
ones. Is there a troll skull?
Or something that could be almost troll skull?
You know what? Let's see how lucky you are today. Roll me an investigation check, so you get your bonuses from that at least. And if you beat a DC 14, there might be something there.
What bonuses?
do I get to look too?
Are you helping?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say one of you roll with advantage then.
Oh.
And since that's Mina with a higher bonus, I'll say Mina, you're rolling with advantage. Roll it one more time.
Okay. One more time.
No
is why we-
pressure.
No, that's worse. That's much
established
worse.
13. No, there are large skulls. One seems to be like the largest of the bunch seems to be an actual orc skull. It still has
like
its
that.
tusks attached to it too.
Ugh.
Okay, well, Mina, looking at all of these, is gonna go, Zablob, do you have troll skulls?
He looks at you and goes, no, I believe I am fresh out of troll skulls. I apologize for that, but we have that fine orc skull with its tusks still intact.
It's just not the same, you know?
Well, I could keep my eyes out for a troll skull or two if you're in the market for one.
We are.
And if you do find one, you can send the message to Trollskull Manor. That is where we are staying.
Is that right? I don't know the place, but I can have a message delivered there. Yes, of course.
And it certainly does not require to be purple.
He looks at you and he like raises his eyebrows and goes, "What?"
That just
Never
doesn't compute with
mind.
him at all.
I'm like partially curious. Does Zablob only see in purple? Because that would be amazing. Like shades.
I
of
don't know. He might.
He was cursed. Neat.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do with Zablob? Zablobian. Zablubia. Zaboobles.
It's a boobles.
Oh.
Start calling him Bubbles from now on.
What?
Wow.
Bubbles.
Okay. If that's the case, I think if there's something else you guys want to accomplish, we can do that now, or we can jump ahead to the evening.
I would like to stop by the Yawning Portal. We have not been there for some time.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's north of you, and on the way back home, you go to the Yawning Portal. It seems to be well attended by people. Even for it being, a little bit in the early afternoon here. Adventurers of all types are always drinking. You see there's a new party dropping into the hole, the Yawning Portal itself. Looks like they're all geared up to go exploring. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Do we see any of our friends? I know we are all acquaintances with somebody there.
Bonnie's working. Three Strings is in the corner. Durnan's behind the bar. Yagra Stonefist seems to be sitting at the bar. Yeah, and there's other people in there that you may or may not know.
I look to my friends and ask them if they want to have some lunch here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm gonna go over and kind of say hi to Yagra because she's one of the frenzies.
Yeah. You go walk over to Yagra, and she, Yagra. So for those of you guys that don't know here, I'll pull up a Yagra picture for chat because it's been a while since we've seen any of these people. So let me get her real quick. But yeah, she's sitting at the bar, and she is, here we go, show to players. Boom, boom, and go. That's Yagra. I'll make it a little larger for chat here. There she is. So Yagra is sitting at the table, and you see her as she's at the bar, and she like slams the hand of a kind of a thuggish-looking gentleman onto the table and goes, "You loosed again! You loosed again! That'll be another gold piece." And she like accepts a gold from this like kind of rugged-looking adventurer gentleman, and he like, and he walks away. And she turns and says, "Oh, well, it's been quite some time, Mina. How are you?"
Oh, I'm doing well, Yagra. Winning as always. I see you at the arm wrestling. Good for you.
She like flexes her prodigious arm, and he's, of course, I gotta stay fresh."
I don't know why people keep coming against you. You're clearly never going to lose.
"Never. Would you like to challenge me?"
Oh dear. That is a losing match, I believe.
"Of course it is, but I can always use the coin."
No, you and me both.
She just laughs a little bit, yeah.
How have you been? Has there been any more ruckuses going on? I don't want any more thugs trying to take you out while you're here at the bar.
She laughs. It's just, there's always people trying to be Yagra, but the Stone Fist always wins. Don't you worry about me. I do appreciate the help you gave me that time before, and then that troll comes climbing out the portal.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just here for work.
Good, good. That is what I like to hear. If you're ever looking for us or need help with your work, we are staying at Trollskull Manor these days. So feel free to stop by.
She cocks her head a little bit. She goes,
Are you looking for work?
That we are.
she raises her eyebrows and she kind of leans in close to you.
I'm here working for Davos Starsong. He might have a job for you if you're not... Well, if you don't mind working in the underbelly a little bit.
Oh. Interesting. Where is Davos staying these days?
She looks over to a center table and gestures to a gorgeous sun elf man. Davil, here, I'll go ahead and show you guys what Davil looks like. So Davil's Starsong is sitting in the center of the bar. Is a fine-looking gentleman. You might, well, I don't know if you would recognize the name because you're not local. But yeah, so Davil is sitting there and he seems to be reading a small book in his hand and sipping on a wine.
Interesting. Do you think it would be okay for me to go talk to him, or do I require your introduction? I don't want to bother the poor man.
She puts a big meaty paw on the back on your back and goes,
I'll introduce you, don't worry. Davil's always looking for adventuring types to do a little work for him.
And she gets up from the bar and wanders over and she taps Davil on the back and he's, yes. Oh, Yagra, what is it? And he sees you standing next to Yagra and he goes,
this is my friend, Maina. She's an adventuring type, and it seems that she's looking for work, and I said that I might know a man that could help her out with that.
He goes, Mina, wait. And you see him pull out a small parchment and then look up at you. And he's,
huh. You and your friends, you're the ones that rescued Neverember, aren't you?
Oh, yes, that was us. You've heard of us.
he smiles and he goes,
I was going to send you a message this evening. It's good to see you. Please do sit. I'm glad you're here now. Don't have to get myself one of those nasty flying snakes that our people like to use.
Oh, do you mind if I gather my friends over? They would
Oh,
love to
yes,
hear.
the other adventurers, please do. But bring them in.
Sure. So Mina kind of waves everybody over.
Malia's sitting with Cry at the bar. She has a biscuit. She's like, these don't taste as good as Frunes, do they? Oh, Mina's calling us.
yeah. So you guys I'm going to say you've eaten or you've had a snack or you've got a drink if you want to drink. But when you guys approach the table, Davil reaches up and puts an arm or a hand on Yagra's large arm and goes,
Yagra, would you be so kind as to go get us a round of, what do you all drink?
Wine.
and he looks at you and goes,
I like that.
Oh, may I have a glass of Godcatcher Rosé?
Godcatcher? You have expensive tastes, don't you? No wonder you need work.
and he kind of laughs a little bit and he goes,
We'll see if they have any. Yagra, could you go get us something, please?
and she goes,
Of course, boss. I'll be right back.
she goes and off to get you guys something. Davil turns to you and he says,
Well, I was going to send a message out to,
and he looks over at Cry.
To Cry. And I feel like we're on a little bit of uneven footing here. I'm Davil Starsong. I'm a contact for, one of the factions here in the city, and based on this conversation, we'll see how much you end up knowing about it. But our attention did come to both Cry and you, Mina. I've heard so many interesting things about you, and, some of your more morally ambiguous companions.
Paris smiles and waves when he hears that.
He like looks at you and raises an eyebrow and winks. Now, I'm an old adventurer. Well, me and my companions, after we decided to retire, we joined a network. A couple years back, we help people in need. We loan money, provide mercenary services, as well as some other things.
Oh, what sort of other things?
Well, if you're interested, we've heard that there's been some murders in the Docks District recently, and we'd like to have some enterprising group of adventurers take a look for us.
I think.
It looks at Malia.
Malia looks at Mina.
Oh, jeez. He goes, yes, we have actually heard of these murders. We were just down in that district recently.
Indeed. Now, murder itself, and as he goes into this, Jagger comes by and like basically places down some drinks for you guys, as well as being joined by what's her name? I always forget her name. Gonna minimize everything to find her. Bonnie, excuse me. Bonnie brings stuff by, and she tosses a little wink over to Varys, and like basically she sneaks you some biscuits into your pocket.
Yes.
And then leaves.
He gives her like a kind of a side hug when she does that, and then scurries under the table, his normal post to munch on the biscuits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so after it's all served, Davil continues, and he goes, murders aren't so rare in the Docks District, but it's in the way that they've been executed. Someone is killing elf and half-elf sailors, and only them. 3 dead so far, each one decapitated by a blade in the dead of night. I'd like to ask you to look into it. I think the City Watch could, use a little outside help.
That does sound like trouble. Somebody's killing half-elves. That is a problem for me.
And he looks at you, and he looks at the other elves, and he goes, yes, I hope you'd take care in this investigation.
This sounds like something up our alley, but as you said, we are short on coin. What sort of compensation are we talking about, Fuzzer?
He smiles. He goes, of course there will be compensation. First of which would be access to my faction's vast capabilities. Maybe a favor or two. I hear you're looking at starting an inn. We give out very reasonable loans. He says, there will also be hard cash involved, don't worry.
And what is your faction?
He smiles again. Well, let's just say we're a family. You watch out for it, it watches out for you. But you're always the master of your own destiny. And never be less than what you deserve to be. And remember, everything and everyone has a price. For those of you that have been involved in maybe a little bit of the underbelly of Waterdeep, I'd like you to roll me an intelligence check to see if you recognize what he's saying.
Yeah, I will do that. -1. Varys is not
Here we
right.
go. 3. No, it doesn't seem the words don't stand out to you.
Too busy eating biscuits under the table. Have
I
no
think
idea
so.
what he's talking about.
I think so. I think the only other person that would have the possibility of making this roll would be Malia. So you're more than welcome to make that if you'd like.
Flat intelligence.
Flat intelligence. One. You don't recognize it, which is interesting, considering what you've... I think either you've been distracted by something or you don't recognize the words themselves, because it would definitely pop up to someone who's worked in the fields that you've worked in, so maybe you just don't remember it popping up.
Perhaps I'm distracted by my Godcatcher
Your
rosé.
feather. Oh, your new feather, I think.
You did get some Godcatcher, by the way.
Oh, how is it?
Fantastic.
Oh, try a sip. All of my friends must know what this tastes like.
And Davil's like, oh, of course. Godcatcher is pricey. I do suggest you all take a sip of that. It might be the last ones you get for a while until maybe you come into some coin after some work.
Mmm.
Good. A little fruity, but it's good.
Mmm.
Love a good rosé.
Molly is like, definitely for special occasions.
Well, I think this is definitely something we could potentially look after for you. Do you know where we should start looking?
Yes. But I do have one more question for you. Are you guys still openly wearing your silver handpins?
I mean, yeah, we're expecting a call from her, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks at each one of you and goes, it seems that you've all been spoken for in one way or another. Now, normally I'm not one to turn down any form of help, especially when it involves the murder of my kin. But I do have to ask, how invested are you with the Force Grey?
Oh. Mina looks down at the pin. Oh, we're still wearing these, I see. We have done a single small errand for them, so don't know.
Well, I'm not one to poach from other factions, but let's just say our rewards will greatly outweigh any of the honor that comes from working for the hand.
Malia swirls her rosé. She's like, everyone has a price. Wink.
Yes, they do. Maybe I should ask this then. What is yours?
Me?
Yes. I see you wear the hand. What would it take for you to throw that away? And he leans back, crosses his leg, and sips on his wine, studying you. My desk is too short, I can't cross my legs.
How deep are your pockets? Swirl, swirl, swirl.
Very. And we're about to come into much more money. Much more.
Did I hear this guy's name? Or did we just get called over?
He introduced himself, Davil Starsong.
Do I recognize the name? Because I have
You didn't recognize the words, but give me a history check.
I was born
With
here.
your background, make it an advantage.
Ugh, I'm gonna need it.
These circles would have crossed at one point in time or another. That's a 16 with the advantage. You know the name Davil Starsong. You used to be part of a group called the Doom Raiders. 5 unscrupulous adventurers who like to plunder lich lairs, called Dooms by some. They gave up adventuring some time back and joined some dark network or another and came to Waterdeep 3 years ago. They forged alliances with various nobles and guilds, and they've run afoul of various nobles and guilds at different times. You know they are directly at odds with the Harpers.
Do I know if Rosnar has anything to do with them?
Rosnar?
That's part of my background.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me find that person again. Because I recognize the name. I want to make sure I'm getting the person. Because it's been a while since we talked about these people.
Yes.
There was an R-O?
Rosznar.
Let me look at your background. I don't want to spoil anything, so let me just take a quick look.
Doom Raiders does not.
Oh, you used to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know there would have been some issue maybe between the between some of these. And here, let me. I know who I need to pull now. So let me see how closely this would have gone together. Yeah, they would have been in direct opposition to each other at some time or another, which is why you would know about Davil.
Okay. Malia then would say, "We shall see in time." Swirl.
Is that right? Huh. I feel like I know you from somewhere. Your face is so recognizable.
I am quite beautiful.
He looks, cocks an eyebrow, and smiles, and he goes, "Indeed."
Ooh.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Wink. Hopefully nothing in my eye that time.
Yeah.
No,
bring your
I
eye
think
drops?
I think it's fine.
I have my eye drops. They go with me everywhere now.
Some other things that you know about Davil is his title, the Master of Opportunities and Negotiations.
Oh, jeez.
You know that he has many high contacts, one of which, named Zaraj the Hunter, a highly skilled assassin, who you may have seen once or twice in your former employ.
Okay. So Molly will say, "So where do you recommend we start? Tell us more of this job you would like of us."
Why, the Docks District, of course. I don't necessarily know where all of the murders have happened, I just know they're happening. I'm just here to find someone who will do it for the right price.
I look at Mina.
I suggest at least starting on Ship Street, major thoroughfare, and, well, the murders have been found along alleys on that street.
Very well. We will take a look for you and see what we find. How much information are you looking for? Do you just want us to tell you who it was, or are you looking for us to handle the situation?
Information is key and the most important. But if you find yourselves capable of handling the situation, well, there might be a bonus in there for you. But the one thing I want above all else is for no more elves to die. Such needless slaughter and such long lives sickens me.
I as well.
And he's an elf himself, right?
He is. Yeah, he's a sun elf.
Where can we find you? Once the task
I'll be
is
here.
completed? Here?
I do all of my business out of the Yawning Portal. When you need to find adventurers, there's no better place.
This is very true. Just, notes, my hand doesn't write as fast as my mouth.
It's fine. It's fine. Take your time.
Very well. We will see what we can do for you. But we did never decide on a price for compensation.
Well, how about this? As a sign of good faith, I'll send... Well, while you're in the Docks District, go find yourself Istrid, one of my former companions, I suppose. She can be found over in the Helmstar warehouse, in the Dark Ward. She might be able to find you some money for that inn of yours.
Oh.
Would that work as a price for now?
I think
Upon
that-
completion, of course, you'll receive something a little more tangible.
I think that might just do.
Excellent. I'll be here if you need me. But, that being said, I think I have another meeting coming up, so... If you don't mind.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Davo.
He raises his glass and he goes, "And you as well. Pleasure meeting all of you.
Thank you.
And good luck."
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Can Cry do a quick passing insight check on our friend here?
Oh, abso-heckin-lutely you can insight check this guy. Are you
Alright.
kidding me? He's so sketchy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a good look at him with
He's
my...
pretty, but he's so sketchy.
Ooh!
That's a 13. All right. So over the course of the conversation, let's see. How much does Cry recognize of people while they talk and what they mean behind their own meanings? And at a 13, nothing of what he said was a lie that you can tell. He seems to be forthright and honest in what he said. But I think with a 13, that's all you can pick up.
Okay. Cry waves at him as they're leaving. Just like Malia taught her.
And he nods and again raises his glass to you.
And then she goes with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we're sleuthing it. We're solving murders.
We've got a
We do
lot of
squad.
different things going on right
So
now.
many quests going
So
on.
many!
It's awesome.
I'm gonna write active quests.
New page.
I need a tracker. I need an active quest tracker. Dang it.
Where do we
Shit.
download that mod?
Ships.
So he's leaving and we're staying, or are we leaving and
Think
he's
we're-
staying?
Oh. I would assume we're leaving because he was already sitting here.
Yeah. He's asked you to vacate his table.
Yeah.
Okay. If we have finished business here, we could perhaps.
I'm gonna actually go and talk to. Oh gosh, what's the guy who owns the inn's name or the bar's name?
Oh,
Darnin.
Darnin, Davin,
Durnan?
Dagra, Durnan. It's Durnan.
Durnan. That's what it is. I'm gonna go talk to him if I can spot him and he's not super busy.
I mean, he seems to just be pouring some drinks. For those of you guys that don't know what Durnan looks like, I'll pull him up again as well.
Just that video game NPC just like rubbing the bar over and over and over.
That's him. It's him. He does that. He serves drinks and he rubs out mugs.
Whoa, heyo.
Wow. Okay.
Family show here, guy.
What? No.
He cleans mugs. Damn it. All right. There we go.
And slays trolls.
All right, Mina's
Yeah,
gonna go
and
talk
slash
to
trolls.
talk to Durnan.
Yeah, and you see him there, and he seems to be pouring a pint, and he slides it on down the bar where it's picked up by Bonnie. What can I do for you?
Hi, Danon, my friend. I'm actually a Floon. Have you seen him?
Floon?
Hmm.
No, he, thankfully hasn't darkened my door in many a day.
Oh.
Not since, you lot brought him back in here.
He's not your favorite customer, then, I see.
Let's just say he runs up a tab and doesn't remember to pay it most of the time. He doesn't really come into much coin, considering he's not really an adventuring type.
Fair enough. Alright, do you know where René is?
Never remember?
Yes.
No.
No?
He's like a bird on the trees, flitting from one to another, visiting with this nest, visiting with the other. Lots of contacts in the city he has. Again, not really an adventuring type, more of a political type. Given his station as the son of the former Open Lord.
True. Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day here. And she'll slip him a silver piece and just head out.
Yeah, he discreetly pockets it, nods, finishes pouring the other pint, and slides it down the bar to Bonnie.
Right. Alright, well, Mina's done.
Okay.
I think it's going to take Varys a few minutes to realize that his friend's legs are no longer under the table.
Poor table guy. Aw.
Table dweller.
And then he'll
Yeah.
scoot out, and I'm guessing Davil's still sitting there, and he'll just kind of look around for his friends. And
Yeah, he
maybe-
looks down and he goes, "They've left. Small one, back that way. And good luck again. Don't get yourself decapitated."
Varys kind of rubs his neck nervously, and then waves and runs back over to his friends.
Yeah, you get a little wink, and you're over where your friends are, leaving the bar.
So we're going back to the Trollskull.
Yeah, if there's anything else that you guys like to do, now would be the time to mention it. Otherwise, I think we kind of jump to this evening, and you guys getting ready for your invitations to the show, the Light Singer Theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get dressed.
yeah. Once we are back home, I would tell everyone a bit of what I know about Dabble. I would just kind of air caution and be like, I don't think we should trust the man implicitly. There is more to him than meets the eye. I do know a little about the people he used to run with. They were known as the Doom Raiders. Then I'll tell them what I know about the Doom Raiders.
Yeah, so the Doom Raiders again. They like to plunder lich lairs, former adventurers. They gave that up and retired eventually, and they joined some network or another. And they've kind of built themselves up as kind of these underbelly leaders or advisors. Yeah.
Malia,
They're
in
not
your previous
good.
work, have you worked with him before, or his friends?
I have not directly, but I do know some of my friends were at odds with them. They did not settle very well with one another.
Well, we will have to keep on our toes around him then, I think.
It is not enough to dismiss the fact that people are being targeted. It is not mutually exclusive that we must work for him and try to resolve the issue, but we must keep our wits about us and remain suspicious, I believe.
But oh my goodness, was he attractive.
Oh, yes.
Makes me wish I was in the fancy clothes when we met him.
Well, there is the chance he might be there tonight.
Well then, I suppose we should get ready. Has anyone heard from, what's her face? I haven't heard a peep from her.
Blackstaff.
That's the one.
No, no voices in my head.
No, me neither. Alright, well, I suppose we carry on with our day until she contacts us then.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys would like to try and accomplish here in the afternoon, or do we kind of jump forward a couple hours and we're at the evening?
I'm gonna make sure we've definitely boarded up all of the holes for the rats.
Yeah, you guys had already accomplished that the day before. You kind of like stuffed them full of stuff. It doesn't look like anything has happened otherwise. I would like some perception checks from the entire party, though.
Me too.
What
Nope.
do my average human
Ooh.
like? Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay. Mina with a 5, Varus 17, Cry with a 5, Malia with a 24. Varus and Malia, you notice something. You see some halflings kind of posted up on some barrels on the alley street. And again, Trollskull Alley is not like devoid of everyone at all times. There's definitely people like walking by and stuff happening, and there's people on the street. You have like some street vendors or whatever, like offering food and like fruits or something like that. But you see some like halflings, a couple of them like sitting on barrels, and other ones like posted up next to them. They seem to be talking, but every once in a while you see them as you're walking down Trollskull. They look at you, and they'll go back to talking to each other. They'll be looking at you and talking to each other as you approach your home.
So they're sitting just in the street on these barrels? They're not like in front of the manor, right?
No, they're kind of like off down the street, they're across the street, down a little bit of a ways, and they're like, some of them are sitting on a barrel, and then like, there's 2 others that are like standing there leaned up on them, like talking to each other. But they seem to be focused on you and your party that you notice.
Varys, I guess, will lean over to Malia and be like, those halflings are looking at us. Should we go see if they want anything?
They are being quite subtle, aren't they? That would imply that they do not wish to be so apparent. Perhaps a little bit of subtlety might be some good. What do you think? Mina.
Yes?
We are don't look now.
What? No.
But we are being watched.
Okay. Do they look like the halflings that escorted us out of Floon's Brews or Froon's Brews?
No.
No.
So like 1 female, 3 other male halflings. They seem to be like dressed in like workers' clothes. It's like to you, looks like they're just taking a break.
What about them?
They're trying not to be too obvious about it, but they're talking about us.
Oh, well, perhaps we should go talk about this inside then.
Okay, so we go into the manor, I guess?
Cry. If you see any halflings, let us know.
Any halflings.
Any halflings. All halflings.
All
Point them out.
halflings. Forever.
So are we going into the manor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is
guess.
that where we're going?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
assuming it's late afternoon. You guys go inside, and you're gonna be getting ready for your evening.
Cries for like the first like 2 minutes. She's gonna sit like face to face with the window, just looking outside, waiting to look for any halfling. Just like standing at the window, like
Sure.
Fogging up the window with her. Oh,
Literally.
No, she doesn't breathe. Never mind.
oh yeah. She doesn't breathe.
Well, no, once every like 3 minutes, there's an exhale. Just, but the breath is so cold it doesn't fog anything.
Just like ice.
Yeah, it's like frosts a little bit.
We'll say
Molly-
Broxy comes back and she's like, halfling!
Oh, jeez, what did I do? Malia will tell Kiggs to maybe prowl over there.
Right. Yeah. Kiggs
Oh,
approaches
yeah.
them. Roll me a stealth for Kiggs.
Okay. Kiggs, don't stare. Sorry, what am I rolling?
Stealth. So it's a dex check for the cat.
Oof.
So I don't think.
Yeah, the
Does
cat doesn't-
Kiggs get your bonus?
No. Let me see. Cat. Cat gets a +4, so that would be a 23.
Oh yeah. So Kiggs like finds their way up onto the roof above them, above where these halflings are sitting, and they just settle in and sit, waiting for their next order.
I will possess Kiggs. Once I'm in the house, I'll sit down and I'll possess Kiggs.
What's the range?
Let me check.
You're more than likely in range. I just want to know.
Yeah, I think it's like 100.
100? Okay, that might be a little rough.
Must be within 100 feet of you.
I don't think. You know what? Yeah, if you're at the front of the house, yeah, you know what? It's in range. That's
Okay.
fine.
Cool.
So you find yourself with the eyes and ears of your cat above these halflings. Make a perception check for me for the cat.
Okay.
This is a hearing-based one, so I don't know if they get any bonuses for that.
No, it has an advantage on smell. So
Okay.
Perception's +3. 11.
An 11. Okay, so you catch bits and pieces of the conversation that are above the whisper that they're generally speaking at. So you're able to catch some of the when they're like saying stuff more out loud. One of them that's kind of leaning up against the barrel there. Again, they're all in these kind of like very sturdy workers' clothes, and they're like leaned up, and he. This halfling man has like a nice like kind of mustache and curly brown hair, and he looks up at the rest of his companions that are sitting there and goes, "Yeah, I think that's them. Well, suppose tomorrow we go apply for jobs there?" And that's kind of about all you can pick up from the from the conversation, unless you like want to get closer. Because most of what they say is in undertones, and a lot of it is just sitting and watching.
Molly is paranoid. She would definitely listen for longer.
Yeah. You hear some conversation about like what food they should get later, or what bar they should go to get drinks at. Eventually, I mean, it doesn't take too long, in about like 5 to 10 minutes, if you wait that long, they're going to get up and they're going to start moving these barrels that they were just sitting on.
Okay. Molly will snap back, and if any of the party's still hanging out with her, she'll just be like, "Oh, they appear to be potential prospects for our tavern."
This tavern is the ones that is falling apart?
Yes, it's so it would seem.
Odd.
Why would they want to work here?
Right?
It is suspicious.
Alright, well.
Cry, we must do something about your hair.
So I'm guessing at this point, when we get back, our clothes have all arrived from.
Yeah, so
What's
you get some deliveries. Obviously, in the late afternoon, there's some deliveries to your home, and you get all of your clothes. It's all there and available, and you can get ready for your evening of entertainment.
All right. Yep. Then, yeah, Varys is going to go upstairs into his little room with his pile of yellow and start trying to put it on.
I think, so if you guys are, like, trying to help each other get ready and whatever, can I just get... can I get general charisma checks from everyone with advantage? Okay, 18 for Varys, Malia 16, 19 Mina.
Where are my checks? I'm so sorry. Oh, never mind.
And a 20 for Cry.
We're looking
Man.
great.
Yeah.
You
we look
guys-
super awesome.
You guys look good. And Varys is somehow like pulling off the bulky look. Like it looks like he's just that size. It's like not even a weird thing anymore. Yeah, no, you guys, you clean up real well. Amalia, with some work and with some help from Mina, you actually get Cry's hair under control. A brushing and some of your finer product you're able to put in, and you're able to get her hair under control. Cry, when your hair is maintained for whatever reason, what does it actually look like? Are you curly haired? Do you have long straight hair? What's Cry got going on?
She's definitely got like waves, not too like curly, but nice, just like subtle,
Beach
Renaissance waves. Yeah, just nice waves. And
Mermaid waves.
yeah.
Okay.
it's
Cool.
real long too.
Yeah. The dress fits perfectly to your body, and your shawl is wonderful over you and clasped together. Do you pick up any weapon of any kind to bring with you?
Yeah, she's gonna keep her white bone dagger somewhere concealed.
Sure.
Yeah.
You keep it concealed. Let's say you have a thigh sheath. Why not?
Why
You
not?
just have one of those. Perfect. Either that or like Malia lends you one because she definitely has one
Oh,
somewhere. Yeah.
Shing, shing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Mina, what do you look like coming out all spiffied up?
She probably actually has like a lot of her hair like slicked back, but you can't see it because the hat's on.
Sure. Yeah.
Look
So
at
it's
it
like
up.
back like behind your half elf ears, right?
Yeah.
And you have the hat on with the large feather, and it's a fine hat. It's Malia's old hat, so it's a fine hat. And you're dressed up. You had the coat with the frilled shirt and the pants with the nice boots. Yeah, looking pretty good. Varys, we know that you are dressed all in yellow. All in yellow.
You're our
And you've-
sunshine, Varys.
Yeah, and you've got the hat on, you're all in yellow, and you've got your purple cane.
Yeah, swinging
And
it
you
around.
are looking good, man. You look like you're ready for that night out. Absolutely. You're looking a little thick too, but in all the right ways.
Swole.
Hey.
Malia, what do you wear? What are you wearing?
Okay. Malia is wearing kind of form-fitting gray pants. She's wearing medium brown colored boots that go all the way up to her knees. And she's wearing a kind of one of those like poofy bard tops. They've got like really big shoulders and like a big kind of poof here. And then it's kind
Very
of,
similar to Mert's top? Is that what I'm looking
and then
at
it's
now?
like
Yeah.
tailored at the wrists and
Yeah.
the little baubles on her shoulders, it's mostly sky blue in color, and then there's like hints of yellow in between.
Okay.
And then she's got on her half cape that she usually wears, and then she has the nice new hat on. And she's actually so she would know with this kind of thing if having like a dress sword is like
Totally
frowned on.
acceptable.
Okay, so
Yep.
she's got her
A
rapier.
dress sword is absolutely acceptable, like a small belt knife or something like that. It's definitely not frowned upon in any way.
Okay, so she just has her regular rapier then with her on her hip.
Yeah, lords and ladies will wear these things either for show or in case they're sliding and would like to challenge someone to a duel outside the show or something like that. It's not super weird. That being said, Mina and Varys, are you both armed as well?
I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't bring my spear or hand axe with me, but I would bring the daggers.
Yeah, you got a couple daggers because you're wearing a coat. You have them tucked away inside, and Varys, you're also wearing a coat. So easy enough, you can tuck a couple daggers inside if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah, I don't think there's any place to store a longbow or quiver of arrows with this subtly.
You could, but you definitely get some weird looks, and if there's any guards there, you'd more than likely be stopped about it.
Yeah, so he'll just sneak some daggers away in his coat and leave his poor beloved bow back at the manor.
Yeah, sure.
But he'll tuck it under his bedroll. Like all of his equipment is shoved under there so that if anyone breaks in, they won't be able to see it right away.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys are ready to go to the show. So you make your way down the street, looking fine and fantastic. And you approach the Light Singer Theater. It's a high-end establishment in the Castle Ward, and here I can show you guys exactly where it is. So let me get this real quick up, and I need I need this to go to this layer, and I need this to go to this layer. Okay, and you guys are already on the map, correct? Okay, good. And I'll bring this up for chat as well. So the Light Singer Theater is all the way up in the Castle Ward, just south of the market. Okay. It's a high-end establishment. It's got like a nice colonnade out front, stairs about like maybe 15 steps up into the theater itself. You do see that there are Waterdeep guards posted outside, and you see many people dressed finely, making their way inside or stopping at the ticket booth up at the top of the stairs to get their tickets for the show. Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Malia will link arms with Cry to help her walk.
In her little heels.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah, Cry's nervous. She's right next to Malia.
Okay.
Guys, we don't have tickets.
No, but we have the
We have a
note.
letter
We have the note to meet. We have to meet Mert.
at intermission, I thought.
Is it an intermission?
Maybe
I
not.
thought we just had to meet him here.
Yeah, it said at intermission. But we were invited by Renair, so maybe if we drop Renair's name. and
Oh,
ours-
I'm super sorry. Enclosed are tickets for the entire party. There you go.
Aha!
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah,
like,
you
well-
have your tickets. That's my mistake. I didn't mention it. I was like, there's got to be tickets here. And I was pulling up my notes. I was like, oh, yeah, no, it's there. They're there.
There's
You're
tickets.
fine.
Okay. I was
You're
like,
fine.
Wait, how do we get in?
Yeah, or will call. Exactly. It was either one or the other, and I was going to wait until I figured it out, but I pulled up my notes. So there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
Yep, so you have your tickets. You're
Oh,
more than
here's our
welcome to
tickets.
enter. Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Oh.
You
They must
like
have
flip
thought
it over on the back or something, and you're like, oh, there they are. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
been there. Whoops. Yeah. Oops. Oops. Yeah, so you enter inside, and you see that it's like there's this marble flooring, and there's this dual stairway that goes up to the second floor. There's a lot of like crushed red velvet everywhere. In a circular dais in the center of the marble floor in the very center of the room, there seems to be a string quartet playing a very soft tune as everyone makes their way to their seats.
So we just scoot in to our seats. Excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you go to your seats. They're pretty good seats. They're in the center, basically lower center row, so you have a good enough view of what's going on. And eventually, the opera, The Fall of Tiamat, begins, and it's sung in Giant. Does anyone know Giant?
Don't think so.
No, but like from what you can pick up, it looks like you know who Tiamat is, the evil dragon queen. And basically what you get out of it is it's going to be the story of how the queen was defeated at the Well of Dragons. And it goes through this whole, like, obviously big operatic thing. And eventually you come to the intermission. The house lamps go up, some of them magical in nature. And everyone seems to mill about. Some seem to be going to the bar to get drinks. and you have a moment now to figure out what you'd like to do.
Okay. Just as a side reference, Mina would have kept the pin on her, but like tucked it inside the coat so that it wasn't visible in case what's her face called. But clearly, it wasn't great to have that out on display when you're talking to other factions. So she tucked that away.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So you've got it like hidden underneath your coat somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone else wearing the pin or no?
Mm-mm.
It's
Nope.
still stuck on his armor under all of the clothing.
Under
so-
everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Malia, do
wearing
you have
it,
the-
but it's under layers. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I think she'd have hers hidden too.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so it's intermission. What would you like to do?
Look for Mert, I suppose.
We need this Mert guy.
Well, your letter says private box C. The private boxes are upstairs. So you, as the party, you make your way upstairs to the private box. You see there's an usher posted at the door. And is a middle-aged man wearing a red fine coat with a kind of ruffled shirt underneath it with lace at the hands, finely shined black shoes and black pants. And he says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Mina pushes Malia forward.
Hello. We
Yes.
were invited on behalf of
Mert the Merciless.
well, you wouldn't say that. The illustrious Mert.
Yes, yes, Mutt did mention he was going to have guests this evening. Right this way, and he pushes the door open and kind of bows a little bit and ushers you forward.
Thank you.
Yeah. So there inside, you see sitting, drinking a fine wine from a glass so small in his large hand. And chat, once again, I'll show you who Mert is. This is Mert.
Oh, king.
So this is who our party has come to meet.
Tasty.
Yeah, he's a large man with a prodigious girth, and he's just sitting there enjoying himself, looking down amongst all the people, swirling his drink, drinking it every once in a while. And he turns to see who's entered, and he goes, "Oh, well, welcome, my friends. Please come sit down. We have much to discuss." And sips his drink again, kind of has a hand up on a cane that's like at his feet there.
Malia will take off her hat to a flourish with it. Malia Chilwell, at your service.
He looks appreciatively at the movement there, and he says, "My, that is a fine hat, and indeed even finer feather, if I do say so myself. Where did you get that?"
Oh, from the best clothier in all of Waterdeep. Pietrons, of course.
Pietron, that old so-and-so, I haven't been there in an age. I should go stop by and see if he'll get me one of those lovely feathers. Now sit. We have much to discuss. Much to discuss.
Yes, and then flourish the cape back, have a very proper sit down.
Now, for those of you that don't know, I am Mert. I'm part of the Harpers. We are a spy network of sorts that works in the background of Waterdeep to ensure the safety of all the citizens and of any ill that might befall the city. I've been told by Renee that you lot are a good bet to be invited to the Harper family. Now, are you interested in joining our little group?
Invited into all these gangs.
I know.
Too many to pick from.
We're so popular.
Yes, please
Every
tell us
mission comes with a new
more.
gang to join.
Yeah, sure. Get some more detail for you on the Harpers real quick. Here's factions. Okay.
Would there be any public knowledge of the relationship between the Harpers and the Force Grey?
Yeah, they would more than likely work together. You would know this. I think people would know. The The Harpers are the information. The Force Gray is the arm.
Okay.
Right? So Harper's the brain. The Gray is the arm of the kind of like underbelly version of the good guys. That's kind of how they function. Harpers are altruists that work behind the scenes to keep power out of the hands of evil tyrants. That is their big thing. Harper spies might use adventurers as instruments. That's why they would go to the hand. But yeah, they're generally secretive. Those that are members are generally secretive, except for some of the higher level people. But yeah, they're pretty much everywhere, but they're good people. But they deal mostly in information.
Molly is trying her best to keep her fangirl face on under control.
Yes, and Mart's just there, like, well, what do you think? He, like, looks around. Any of you interested in a little bit of information dealing? Maybe helping out a good cause or two?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Well, I do have a small request for you to get started on, then. One of the drays working in the city is pulled by a talking mare named Maxine. I need you to find her, find out if she's learned the identity of any Zentarium operatives, and if so, learn their whereabouts.
A talking what?
Like
A
horse?
talking mare.
A
Yeah,
talking
so
horse?
a dray, here, let's see if I can't get you something that helps with knowing what a dray is. So this is in the, Volo's Enchiridion, which is giant. So if you haven't read all of it, I totally understand. But he does describe the taxes, traffic, travel, basically how the entire city works. Here's a dray. These are towing vehicles are, I believe, unique to Waterdeep, invented by exiles from the Lantern in the last century. A dray is a long, glassed-in carriage with a bench seating providing additional open-air seating on its roof. The driver sits at the level of the roof seating, providing a vantage point to see over all of the traffic and make eye contact with other dray drivers. You can enter this contraption through the back whenever it stops or slows down long enough to make mounting the rear a safe step. A fare taker stands behind the back in the lower seating area to take your coin. Typically 2 to 4 copper. You could choose to ride inside or ascend the spiral stairway to ride atop the vehicle. Most drays run on the main north-south boulevards, but some circle the market, and few run along the smaller east-west roads in rough areas. Be warned that when demand for drays is high during rain, snow, or to get from an event from the Field of Triumph, conditions become crowded and perfect for pickpockets. That is from the Volo's Enchiridion. So, a dray is like a double-decker bus pulled by horses.
Cool. I dig it. And there's a talking horse? What?
Yeah, so he's mentioning a talking mare, a talking horse named Maxine.
Are talking animals normal?
Venus is gonna be like, I'm sorry, a what? A talking horse?
Yes, Maxine, she's one of our operatives here in the Hopper family.
I love that accent. Holy crap.
I don't believe I have ever encountered a talking mare.
He like raises his eyebrows at you and goes, we Hoppers are everywhere.
That is something.
Doesn't help with the paranoia of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone seems to know a whole lot about you, and you don't know a whole lot about anyone else.
Malia will ask, how shall we identify this, talking mare? Maxine?
Well, I suggest you take a look around the marketplace. I believe that's where her dray is pulled from time to time.
She a specific color?
Well, she's, brown, I think.
Oh dear.
She's easily identifiable by the fact that she talks.
So we just gotta talk to every brown horse that we find.
We're gonna go around talking.
Cry has always wanted to meet a horse. She's very excited.
Consider it done, my good sir. We shall
Excellent.
seek out Maxine.
Excellent. Now, he places down his cup, and it is immediately filled by someone that you didn't notice there previously, and he pulls out a small pouch and tosses it over to Malia.
Thank you,
Ow.
my good sir.
Inside, you'll find a small silver pin of a harp, a crescent moon, our little symbol. And you now have your first mission, if you choose to accept it, and to join the Harpers Guild.
I feel like I'm gonna be like a Girl Scout with all my badges.
Yeah.
They're literally just
All
gonna have a bunch of
factions.
pins hidden. Why be in one faction when you can be in all the factions?
This is some
Yeah.
Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing the thing that no one else does, which is be in everything. And that is, we'll see how that pans out.
We can't decide.
Yeah, so he picks up his glassy and that's now full, sips on it and goes, I do believe that the intermission is ending soon, but if you ever need to speak with me directly, you're welcome to visit my manor in the Sea World. And now remember, one can never have too much information. Too much power leads to corruption, and no one should be powerless. Good luck, my new family.
I don't like that guy.
Molly is gonna try to shake his hand or just like give the hand.
He looks and he places it down and he takes your hand and like lays like the sloppiest old man kiss on your knuckles.
Molly looks so happy.
Ugh.
This guy's her hero, y'all.
Ugh.
Have a good evening. Enjoy the show.
You as well, you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think you guys are ushered out of the private box C up at the top. And you go finish the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go back to your seats. You finish the show. It has a beautiful triumphant ending where where Tiamat is slain. The evil dragon queen dies at the Well of Dragons, and everyone claps at the end. And there's all the people that go out and bow, and all of the performers and the singers, and you have your like chief sopranos and whatever come out and bow. And it was a beautiful, beautiful show. And you make your way back home after a wonderful, well-dressed evening. And I think on your way back home, you are, I think, Malia, you hear a friendly little voice inside your head. And let me see. And it's Vajra, she says. Well, have you done what I asked?
Yes. Well, Malia would be very familiar with the sending.
Oh, absolutely. In any form of spy world, this is one of the very few secure ways of getting information back and forth. You're able to respond with up to, I think, 25 words.
Okay. And do I have to say it verbally?
No,
Or I just think it?
it's just mental. You can do it mentally.
Okay. She's going to say, yes, colon. Evil's twin hides its face for now, but expect to change before end of winter.
You've got two
You get-
more left.
Yeah, you hear another
Thanks,
response. He
babe.
goes,
Just kidding. Just kidding.
well,
Just kidding.
you get a mental eyebrow raise from Vajra in a message form.
Eggplant.
She
emoji.
says, wow.
Okay. I swear I'm
Says-
done.
Excellent. You will have a new mission soon. Well done.
Malia's gonna tell the group, yes, it appears, the Black Staff has reached out to me. I sent the message along. It appears that we are in line for another job soon.
This is a lot of jobs we have taken on.
This is a dangerous role to be playing. The interest of so many parties, but it is also the most powerful for now. We will have to decide who will be our friends and who will not be, as we cannot satisfy them all at once.
Well,
I think at this point you guys make your way back to Trollskull, and this is where we will end our episode. So thank you everyone for playing tonight. That was super fun. We did go over, like I said we would, to make up for some of our time lost. You guys have done a lot. You've done a lot today. It's good. It's good. Hopefully you guys figure out how you want to handle being the interest of so many factions.
Oh my god.
And maybe some choices are going to have to be made. That being said, thank you everyone in chat for tuning in this evening. I super duper appreciate it. You guys are the best as always. You're awesome. We're gonna do some shout outs now and let everyone know, say where they're from and how to find them. So, No Dice Mike, where can the people find you?
First, I want to apologize for all of the technical snafus that made us run late. It was my fault. Yes, patreon.com/No Dice Mike. That is where you can find my artwork and the comic that I'm currently putting up. It's almost a month in now, so there's plenty to read over there. Also, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, a few other places, /No Dice Mike. That's where you can find me.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Stella! Where can the people find you at?
Hey y'all, I'm Stella Luna here on Twitch, and on Twitter I am StellaLuna_TV. I do doodles and doggos and D&D here on Twitch at my channel, and on Wednesdays 12 to 4 Eastern time I do the doodles, and if you come hang out with me, maybe I'll draw something for you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Dungeon Dame, where can the people find you at?
find me on Twitch and Instagram and Twitter, all at Dungeon_Dame. I stream painting miniatures Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. So come hang out and talk and D&D and anything else you can think of.
Excellent. Thank you. Bravo.
Hello, everybody. I am Bravo. That's 5 R's. Again, I'm sorry about that. You can find me at that tag at Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitch. It's all the same. I am streaming Wednesdays. We're doing D&D talk while we play Minecraft. Feeling, we, Salt Factory, will be playing Minecraft a few more times at least.
Yup.
Yep, for sure. But, and then we have, one more Ravnica game?
Is our last one tomorrow?
I think our last one is tomorrow, but I could be wrong.
Oh, shoot.
So that's on Monday, and then I'm back here on Sunday. So,
Right,
yeah, come hang
excellent.
out.
Thank you very much, Bravo. Hi, I'm RunawayRobot, otherwise known as Joel. This is my channel. Thanks for coming. This has been awesome. I love this show, and thank you, cast. The biggest thing that I want to announce right now is that if you are interested in being a part of one of these shows, we are expanding to 2 shows per week this coming May. Click that link right there. The casting call is open for the moment until 4/28. If you'd like to be a part of something like this, a one-shot and or otherwise, this is the time to apply. So do so down there in that link below. After the show here, we will be, well, at least I will be for a bit, over in the Discord channel, over in the public discussion, talking about favorite moments from tonight, or anything else that you'd like to talk about in the show, or anything Dungeons & Dragons related over in the Discord channel altogether. So, thank you very much, everyone. I super duper appreciate everyone, and thank you guys for being awesome tonight. It was a whole lot of fun, and I think that's it for this evening. Have a great night, everyone. Later.
Bye.